There is, there are. Meaning to say something exists or doesn't exist. So the meaning of there is and there are is to say whether something exists or not. يعني هل يوجد هناك أو لا يوجد هناك. Affirmative. There is a book on the desk. There is a book on the desk. Sentence 2. There are books on the desk. There are books on the desk. Sentence 3. There is some milk in the fridge. There is some milk in the fridge. So let's read the sentences and make the difference between them. In sentence number 1, or example number 1, there is a book on the desk. A book is a singular noun. So there is used with a singular noun. There is plus singular noun. Example number 2. There are books on the desk. There are books on the desk. In example number 2, books is a plural noun. So there are plus plural noun is used with the plural noun. Number 3. There is some milk in the fridge. There is some milk in the fridge. Some milk. Milk is an uncountable noun. Uncountable noun. So here we use there is with uncountable noun. Now remember that there is used with a singular noun. There are is used with a plural noun. And there is used with uncountable noun. إذا there is نستعملها مع المفرد مع اسم مفرد. There are نستعملها مع اسم جمع. أو أيضا مثل في المثال الثالث there is نستعملها مع الأسماء التي لا يمكننا أن نضعها في الجمع وهي ال uncountable nouns يعني الأسماء التي لا يمكن أن نعدها مثل الحليب milk. Negative form. Let's look at these examples. Example number 1. There isn't a pen on the table. There isn't a pen on the table. So again, there isn't plus singular noun. A pen is a singular noun. There isn't a pen on the table. Or there is not a pen on the table. Number 2. There aren't any pens here. Or there are not any pens here. Any pens is a plural noun. So we use there aren't in the negative form with plural noun. Example number 3. There isn't any juice in the fridge. Or there is not any juice in the fridge. Any juice is an uncountable noun. So we use there isn't plus uncountable noun. إذا في حالة النفي فعلينا فقط أن نضيف أداة النفي وهي not حتى تصبح there isn't، وهذا مع اسم في المفرد. المثال الثاني there aren't، أو نقول there are not مع اسم في الجمع. والمثال الثالث there isn't مع اسم لا يمكن أن نضعه في صيغة الجمع، لأننا لا يمكن أن نعد مثل juice العصير. uncountable noun. إذن لنتذكر أن there isn't نستعملها مع singular noun، there aren't مع plural noun، there isn't مع uncountable noun. Interrogative. Example 1. Are there books on the chair? Are there books on the chair? Look at this example. We have are there inversion of the subject and the verb. So are there. Instead of saying there are, we say are there. We invert. So this is to make a question. But look at this. Are there is used with books, which is a plural noun. That means are there in the question is used also with a plural noun. Always with a plural noun. Example 2. Is there a cat on the chair? Is there a cat on the chair? Again, is there, we have inversion of the subject and the verb. Instead of saying there is, we said is there, because we have a question. So in the interrogative form, we say is there. We invert the subject and the verb. Is there a cat? Is there a cat? A cat is a singular noun. So is there is used with a singular noun in the question. Example number 3. How many students are there in your class? How many students are there in your class? So when we have a WH question like this one, with how many is always with a plural noun. How many students? How many girls? How many boys? How many books? How many pens? So always with a plural noun. So how many students? Students here is a plural noun. So we put are there and not there are because we have a question. So how many students are there in your class? So remember that are there is used with plural noun. Is there used with a singular noun. How many is always used with a plural noun. And then are there because we have a plural noun. So إذا في صيغة الاستفهام نضع الفعل قبل الفاعل لنصيغ السؤال. مثلا are there. We don't say لا نقول there are بل نقول are there. نعكس. are there طبعا معها اسم في الجمع. books and not book. No, books. Are there books on the chair? لننظر للمثال الثاني. Is there a cat on the chair? Is there. Is there. إذا طبعا هنا عندنا سؤال. إذا نقلب الفعل مع الفاعل. يصبح الفعل قبل الفاعل. Is there. عوض أن نقول there is. Is there. Is there ومعها طبعا اسم في المفرد. A cat. A cat اسم في المفرد. إذن في السؤال نضع is there مع اسم مفرد. المثال الثالث. How many students are there in your class? How many. How many is to ask about number. إذن نستعملها مع اسم في الجمع. How many كم عدده. نسأل عن العدد. إذن دائما نستعملها مع اسم في الجمع. How many students are there in your class? Are there is inverted. Instead of saying there are عوض أن نقول there are نقول are there لأنه عندنا اسم سؤال. إذا نتذكر are there نستعملها مع اسم في الجمع. is there نستعملها مع اسم في المفرد. how many نستعملها مع اسم في الجمع ثم are there. choose the right option. اختر الجواب المناسب.